2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the guard position. Now here's Conley following the miss by Brook Lopez. Randle outside. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the three consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Giannis outside. Back to Lillard. Here's the three. Julius Randle with the rebound. The Timberwolves with a quick start to this game. It's a 5-point game. From outside the arc. The rebound by the Bucks.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Jackson has the open look. Drills it from outside.
Giannis' teammates know he's selfless. He's going to get the ball to the open guy, and it's on you to find your shot.
Clark, in terms of young superstars, it doesn't get much better than Anthony Edwards.
Amen to that, partner. Every franchise wants a franchise player. Minnesota, I think, hit the jackpot drafting Edwards first overall back in 2021. Last year, we saw Ant-Man take it to another level, making his first of what I think will be many All-NBA teams.
Middleton against McDaniel. Now here's Middleton. Not a lot of room. Can't cash in from close range. Edwards kicks to Randle. Misses the three. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Jackson. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
With the ball on the string, just getting anywhere he wants to go.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, McDaniels wasn't going to be denied there. Getting the bucket and has a chance for one more.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek Freak. But I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say Giannis. I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Now here's Edwards. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Back to Edwards. Fires for 3. The rebound by Middleton. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Lillard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Michael Conley picks one up. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Trent's checked in for Jackson. Count the basket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. You look at the Bucks. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference.
And seeing where the Bucks are, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee, trailing by 4. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
Here is Lillard following Julius Randle's 3. Lillard surveying the D to the paint. Here's Lopez. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And amidst the tall timber, he's right at home. Extremely comfortable. Lopez getting it done.
McDaniels passes to Randle. The tray. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Middleton can't get it to go. Minnesota leading by 5. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. They're worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Three-pointer, Randle. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Middleton's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Middleton is simply a very versatile and dangerous offensive player. He's clever at using the pull-up jumper in the right spots to balance out his shot-making repertoire.
Now here's Randle. This game he had 28 points.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Shoots the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Randle's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for the Bucks. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley.
Prince, a really solid athlete, throwing it down nicely there.
Pass to Randle. Three-pointer. Randle can't get that one to fall. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. For the 3. He can't get that one to fall. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action in just a minute. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Anthony Edwards. Reid is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Garza in at the 5, roaming the paint. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Alexander Walker. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Alexander Walker's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Middleton. Really had troubles in the loss to Portland. down low. Here's Trent. Makes it off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Dillingham with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Edwards kicks to Reed. Back to Edwards. Rebounded by the Bucks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And it's Middleton penetrating, and he goes in for the dunk.
Man, can he finish? Chris Middleton, so good at driving inside. And if you don't get there soon enough, he's turning it over on top of your head.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Oh, here's Edwards. Coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Right, the pass to Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. Outside, Edwards. Edwards loves it in there.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. A different look for Milwaukee. Jackson, he's checked in for Gary Trent, and Damian Lillard subbed in for DeLon Wright. Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Dillingham. Middleton looking it over. Outside Portis. Over Gobert. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Portis has got his first bucket in this one. Greg, midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Here's Reed, following the basket by Chris Middleton. And the shot goes in. Edwards got 16 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. Jackson against Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Bucks trail by 6. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Misses from close range.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Pass to Lillard. Plenty of space. Lillard again missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's Lillard. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Lillard against Conley. Get the teardrop. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Lillard.
I like when Lillard gets a little tricky with it. Outstanding at measuring the floater and dropping it in.
Gobert. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end. He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Pass to Reed. Edwards with it. There's the three. Edwards with confidence.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Conley against Lillard. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Thanks for tuning.
So far, this isn't a game they wanted to give their home crowd. They were looking very pedestrian out there. But there is time to turn this around. These fans showed up for them. They're screaming, they're yelling. The place is going wild, so they need to show up in return.
And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaped. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Lillard. It counts, and the foul. Michael Conley picks one up.
You cannot measure heart, but Dame's is as big as anybody's.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And Special K, as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game, he definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments, and his range is in the gym-like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
Shoots from 8, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Giannis has got his 2nd basket of the night.
You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
Edwards against Lillard. Right side, Edwards. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. A chance now to take a look at some numbers for Rudy Gobert.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Randall. And it comes off the front of the rim. Timberwolves leading by 7. Edwards kicks to Randall. Now Conley. Over in the corner, Edwards. 5 to shoot. Here's McDaniels. Milwaukee with the rebound. Middleton's got his 6th rebound on the night. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lillard from outside sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 13 points.
Another monster night for Dame. Par for the course with him.
Here's McDaniels, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. Fires away from outside. Rebound, Minnesota.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's the lob into Kumbo. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
This is where Gobert likes to park himself, right around the rack.
Here's Giannis. He carries a very heavy load for him offensively, averaging nearly 32 points a game. Lopez finds Middleton. Here's Lillard. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Conley the pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. Edwards inside. Jackson on him. That's good from Edwards on the assist from Conley. Edwards got the lead up to 10 now for Minnesota. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself in the position, and then was able to make the play.
Shot from the inbound. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, one of the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself.
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition, but the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic, and things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Chris Middleton. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's around 10 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
Out to Conley. Randall passes to Edwards. Back to Randall. 6 to shoot. That 3 off the mark. Bucks trail by 10. And here's Trent outside. Takes a 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Randall outside. It's thrown by to Kumbo. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
Always judicious with the rock. Conley looks to make high-quality passes to ready shooters.
Bounce pass on Antetokounmpo. Trent passes to Lillard. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Randall from outside. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 6. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lillard. Antetokounmpo against Conley. On deep, Trent drains the three-pointer. Trent's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Milwaukee.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for him the rest of the way.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Well, points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Minnesota on top, leading by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Anthony Edwards out there with Dillingham. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Minot in at the 4 spot. And it's Lillard missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Reid. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Lillard. Trent setting the peg for Lillard. Back to Trent from deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. It's off to Utah after this game, where they'll face the Jazz. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. And here's Edwards from the arc. Bullseye from the corner. Edwards.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Prince dishes to Lillard. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Timberwolves leading by 10. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's hauled in by Trent. For Milwaukee, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Inside. Nice shot by Portis.
And you can just see how confident Portis is inside. I mean, very comfortable there. Feels like he can score whenever he wants to.
Pass to Edwards. Edwards. Oh!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Driving in. Timberwolves passing it around. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Trent, right side. Lillard outside. For 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got 19 points.
Yeah, now 1 of 4 here in the fourth quarter.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And some changes here for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Prince. And Middleton subbed in for Trent. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
Thanks, David.
Wow, the skill of Lillard to get his shot through while getting the whistle.
Now Conley. Here's Randall. And the rejection by Giannis. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Here's Lillard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 24 points for him.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Conley left side. And stolen by Lillard. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Jackson gets the bucket. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 6-point lead. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Back to McDaniel. For three, Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
With the step back. Here's Lillard. And they pick up 2. Lillard's got 10 points in the quarter.
Can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Randall outside. Off target with his 3.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Giannis rips it down.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Bucks trail by 5. Outside Jackson. For 3, Middleton. Minnesota with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. 50 seconds left in the fourth. The offensive rebound. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
To the right side. Conley kicks to Edwards from past the arc. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Count it!
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Minnesota with the ball. It's a 5-point game. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Already growing a reputation as one of the game's most notorious trash talkers, Edwards is just having fun out there. You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 7. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though. You know, on defense, even on an inbounds play, you can't leave three-point shooters alone on the perimeter. They paid for it there.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Jackson misses. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Jackson, second personal foul. 14-5.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Anthony Edwards.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And so the Timberwolves take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort.